Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Thelma of Seasonal Crafts and Creations. Today's DIY, I have for you 4 fall decor crafts, and this is episode 7 of my I Love Fall Autumn series. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, let me adjust my camera so you can see. My first DIY I have for you today is these 3 little pumpkins. I went ahead and pulled the stem out of the bottom one and the middle one because they're going to go like this. And you're going to have a glue gun with this and glue sticks. So first you put a fair amount of glue on the bottom one, and push it down. Make sure it's straight. Now you leave the stem on the top one, and you put a fair amount of glue on the middle one. Now, this is it for the first one, so let's set it aside. And the next one I have for you, 3 of the same small pumpkins. You can get these at Walmart for, I think they were $2.48 a pack. And we're going to use purple. This is Crafter Square. This and the blue is Crafter Square. They came from the Dollar Tree. And the pink is Apple Barrel, and it came from Walmart. I think I have to. These are new, so you gotta open it up and take off that little glue thing there. Just put a little bit of the glue, because you won't need a lot. These are small pumpkins, and if you do need more, just add some more. And then the next one is the pink. It doesn't have one of those things, so put the pink in one of the off to the side. Now, get you a paintbrush. And have a cloth ready, just in case. So I'm going to paint the blue one first. You can do whatever colors you want. And you don't have to go all the way to the bottom, on the bottom, because that way when it sits, it won't stick to the your surface, what it's sitting on while it's drying. And put a thick coat on, and you won't have to put 2. And you can even go around and do that in spots that the paint's not wanting to take. And then, see? Again, just dab it. I've just noticed, like I told you, it makes the painting go by faster, because for some reason the texture of the pumpkins is stopping the paint from being brushed on. All I'm doing is just dabbing. And depending on how thick you put it on, you might not have to put a second coat on. But just dab it. Get as close to that stem as you can. And that's what it looks like. Because there's a little, see how there's a little wiggles, so there's space there for your brush to go under. And again, just dab. But now if you have regular textured pumpkins instead of the ones with, like this one, it has sparkles and all that on it, and it made it hard for the paint to stay on. But now on these two, they might cover it better. So go back through and see any spots that are a thin layer, and you can still see through, and just dab it. And if you have any little bubbles, just push the pointy end down, because mine's slanted. Okay, now let's set this one off to the side when you're finished with it and let it dry. Now dab your brush to get the paint off. Now these brushes came from Walmart, and they're like, I think $4 and something a pack, and they're real good at getting all the paint off, but you still have to, when you get finished, clean your brushes. Now I'm going to do the purple, and I'm going to see if just painting it, yeah, see how it smears? You might have to put 2 coats on. Okay, if you make long, slow strokes, it covers it up real good. I'll show you. Just go like that. Get the streaks out too. I'm just going all around the top. Because I just found it's easier to set the pumpkin down and do the top first. And that's going to be a real pretty shade, see? And this is going to be one of them Topia pumpkins, like the first one we just made. Or if you don't want to, you can have the first one we made, and then this one you can just have different color small pumpkins sitting around in a scatter light. Just make even strokes going all the way around, getting the same thickness of paint as you go. And when these dry, I'm going to show you how to put some diamond wrap on them before we stack them. Okay, so here's the purple one. And again, you can see as you rub it, it gets clean. But again, I clean mine after I'm finished. So loosen this up a little so you can go under it. And do the same thing. Go around. Go under where you just loosened it. the pinks going on, because it's a different type of paint, better than the purple and the blue. So you might want to get all the colors in Apple Barrel from Walmart. See how that's going on better? Yes, I definitely like this better than I do the Crafter Square from the Dollar Tree. It goes on better, it blends with the pattern, and it's thicker too. Leave in the comment what's your favorite paint brand to use in crafts, and I'll get some and see how I like it, because I like trying out new things, new products. Okay, now we have to set these aside and let them dry while we do the other crafts. Now this one I'm going to paint metallic, the bottom where it's pink. I use this for my fox cakes, but now I'm going to use it for display for my pumpkins and some scatter. Again, don't put a lot, just in case you don't have to use it all. And what you do, you get a candlestick or one of those wax burner things from the Dollar Tree that you put a candle in and liquid on top, and you can use that as the stand, and get an oval platter, and it can be round too, and glue it. Use that E6000 and super glue, not super glue, but a glue gun to glue this to the top. And this is looking nice. And you can paint yours first before. I'm just having to do it because it's already on from me using it before. And go up and around, all in the same, up top to bottom before you turn it. That way you won't miss any spots. what I like about these slanted brushes that goes along corners. Great. But I have some projects for you after this. I'm going to be making a garland, a pumpkin garland, and I can't wait to show you. With this, I can show you how the top's going to look after I paint this. It doesn't have to dry. And but while the pumpkins over there are drying, we'll be making that garland. It's going to have pumpkins and I believe flowers. I found this real pretty material, I think it's silk, and it's dark brown, that I'm gonna that's gonna be the garland. I'm just going over this area right here, because you don't want to see the color under it if you're repainting over, or you don't want to leave spots of the clear glass and let it be smeary. That won't look nice. You want to get all of it up in there. Turn it around and show you how to do the other side of that. You just go sideways. Okay, let me get the paint off my brush. It's just so if you get it all out where it doesn't show any color, then it'll be good to set until you're finished. Now I'm going to be using it's called table scatter, and some pumpkins. These are the pumpkins. And there's other pumpkins in here too. These come 4 to a pack. And if you want, you can paint over them or put Mod Podge and cover up the little black. But I think they're cute with the black dots. You see, there's other little glitter pumpkins. And then the table, all these little bitty pumpkins came in with the table scatter. And what it is, it's a bag with leaves, and there's this color and this color. And you just take it and scatter them around, mixing up the colors as you go. Make sure you get some in the middle. And there's more of this. This is just a handful. There's more scatter in the other room in a vase. But that's what it looks like. There's one project I meant to say. Let me move this out of the way. I'm going to check and see if any of these pumpkins are dry. Check yours too if you want. And it looks like they're still pretty wet. The blue one is anyway. Okay, next we are going to make that garland. Now first, I had this material, I don't know for how long, in my sewing stuff, and it's just a big sheet, not sheet, but piece, and it's dark brown, and it's like silk, and there's a seam that goes right through here. We're going to undo that. Well, it won't come loose, so we're going to cut. If you have some burlap ribbon, any fabric that's long, you can, an old sheet that would blend in with fall. And just make sure you cut a straight line. Follow that seam. Or use, if yours doesn't have a seam, use measuring tape and use a Sharpie pen and draw a straight line until you have the desired length that you want for your garland to be. And like on this, I am cutting it so I can glue them together and make it longer. Okay, now let's adjust this so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to do the 2 short ends. I'm just making sure I have the top. Now what you need to do is bend this way and just get a little bit Make sure you can put your fabric on it. Once you get it started, it'll be easy to do. Okay, now just do the same thing you just did, just a small amount. Just barely tap it, that way you don't burn yourself. Now let's finish it up. Get any string off of the glue, them glue strings that you get. Make sure there's no wrinkles while you're gluing it. Okay, now what you do, take some Chanel stems, these are in the bag with the rest of the little things that's going to go on this. Get you some Chanel stems that have been cut in half or in threes. Take this end, leave some hanging like that. Now let's do the other end, make sure we have it laying the right way. And you want to get the same length right here. Do the same thing to this end. Now, go up a little more. And put another Chanel stem. Make sure you twist it towards the back. And again, this is how I do it. Measure it there to there. And I ruffle it, make sure the bottom's facing away from you. And the top is too. Because being away from you, that means it's facing towards the back of the garland. And let's measure this and make sure it's right. That's close enough. Okay, now one right in the center. Make sure that goes facing away from you. Just crinkle it up. And this is going to be kind of thick because of the glue. Put your Chanel stem there. And twist it. Okay, next we have pumpkins. You will need pumpkins, berries, flowers, just in case you want to put all of them on. And you will need to keep that glue gun handy. These are the berries that I have. You can see them. Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's see how many pumpkins we have here. How many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we will put a pumpkin on the end here. So get your glue gun, put it right there. Push down on it. I'm going to take one of these pumpkins from up here in my scatter tray that I just made. That way we have enough to go all the way through with the garland. Get that string. Make sure you push down and come back up. That way it doesn't stick to the to your work area thing. Mine's cardboard because of the painting, and that's what you should do too, so it doesn't ruin the surface that you're using. That's a good way to just grab hold of both ends of the fabric and push up while you're pushing down. That'll make it stick. And when you do the glue, make sure you're doing it on the end facing you, not the end down where the Chanel stem is tied, because that's the back. Okay, now let's see if we can put berries and stuff on it, or if we should. And I'm looking at the flowers that I have to see. Okay, I think just the pumpkins with it, because it's going to look all tight and too bushy. And This is what the garland, whoops, there's one of them pumpkins that didn't take. It's no big deal. All you have to do is get some more glue on it. Needed another glue stick. And then add a little extra. And now hold it like we did the other ones. And now it won't come off after you get done pushing like this. I'm just double checking, making sure. Okay, I'm going to take a picture and it'll be on the thumbnail of the garland hanging above the door. So let's push this aside, see if these are dry enough to work with. Pull out your stem. They come right out. Just do the two bottom ones. Now, whatever color mine's going to be blue, purple, and pink. So, you just pull it right out. And then push back down in if any of the foam's coming up. Now, get you quite a bit of glue there in the center. Push down on it. And let's do the same thing for the middle one and top one. Okay, I want to thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up button. That'll really help my channel grow. And subscribe to my channel. That way, if you want to ever see one of my videos, you just go over to the side where your subscribed channels are and scroll down to mine, click on it, and it'll take you right to my channel. And leave a comment if you like the video, or if you have an idea of something that you would like for me to make. I'll see if I can get the supplies together and make it for you. And let me know if there's any different paints out there. Leave it in the comment, the name of it, because I'm always willing to try out new craft items. Alright, I want to thank you again for joining me, and have a happy and safe day, and until next time.